This is Sky Motoring in the European capital of culture, or Liverpool, as it was once known. I'm here with colleagues John Quirk and Owen Reedy to prove that you don't need a salary like Stephen Gerrard's to buy something that's cool, chic and eco-friendly. John?
I brought along Italy's answer to the Mini, the stylish Fiat 500.
And I brought along the Japanese contender, the futuristic Mitsubishi i.
And I have a problem. This is the G-Wiz, the car that's been held up as the icon of green motoring. It's powered by electricity. Drive one of these in London and Uncle Ken Livingstone will even let you off the congestion charge. Except that we're not in London, we're in a very windy Liverpool. And the nice lady in the country's only dealership reckoned the batteries will be dead by the time we reach the M25. So I hired a trailer and hooked it up to my lovely carbon offset Range Rover Sport.
Hang on a minute, Alistair. You're saying that you brought your eco-friendly city car here on a trailer?
Yes.
And you pulled it with a V8 Range Rover?
The V8 diesel Range Rover.
Yeah, but how many miles is it from London to Liverpool?
About 220.
So how many grams of carbon dioxide is that?
Just over 90,000. Anyway, now we're here, it's great. Let's get it off.
You've lost already.
Now we're finally up and running, we're producing exactly 0 emissions. This is the Riva G-Wiz. It was designed in California but built in Bangalore, India, and it costs from £9,000.
So this is the Mitsubishi i. When it first went on sale last year, they only brought 350 over here, and they sold out in 10 days. It cost just over £9 grand.
The Italian comic Robert Benigni said, "It's not that Italians love the Fiat 500, they actually want to have sex with it." The most stylish car here is also the cheapest, with prices starting at under £8 grand.
So they all cost similar money, but what do they like to drive in Liverpool's city centre?
The biggest single problem I have with this car is that I just don't feel safe. Our buddies at Top Gear magazine put one through a Euro NCAP crash test last year, and the dummy hit his head on the windscreen and had to be cut free from the wreckage. For this year, the company selling it in the UK, Going Green, are claiming a raft of improvements, and they've even had it independently crash tested. That's a crash test for quadricycles in India.
This car is definitely for the style conscious. It's very much a retro-modern interpretation of the 1957 original. I'm driving the 1.3 litre diesel, which has got loads of pull low down, perfect for when you're stopping and starting in traffic. There's great visibility, and the controls are really nice and light. And if I press this girly looking city button, it makes the steering even lighter, which is perfect for parking.
Over in Japan, they call this a K car. That's a tax bracket for cars of a certain size, and that's why the i is so narrow. But you know what? It makes sense over here as well. It's just so easy to thread it in and out of traffic. This i-car's got a tiny turbocharged engine in the back seat, which is linked up to this automatic gearbox. It really is just point and squirt. The steering's twirl-tastically light, which means it's really easy to manoeuvre in tight spaces, and it's got a turning circle that'd shame a black cab.
James has spent the whole day in the European capital of culture, and these are supposed to be 3 cars which represent that kind of living.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the i-car is the embodiment of urban living. It's a 4-wheeled iPod, unlike John's pastiche.
Your car, you know, 1950s.
An iPod looks good. The iCar doesn't look good, I don't think. The Fiat 500, yes, you can say it's a pastiche, but it's a shape that is endearing, it's a shape that people, you know, like. It's just like the Mini.
You're both ignoring the design genius of the G-Wiz. So this thing's weird in a way, in some ways, because it's electric, it's the most forward-thinking. The future is 0 emissions.
I think the game needs to be brought on considerably before we say that the G-Wiz is the future of automotive.
Well, I reckon when we all get to ride in each other's cars, you will see the wisdom of the G-Wiz.
That's if you find somewhere to charge it.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's Ulster, John? Have you seen it?
In the next part of our city car adventure, I go in search of a top-up.
Have some power.
We leave the city centre for Anfield on a commuting test run.
If you had a family, this is really, I think, the only option.
You've got to be the proportions of the Hobbit to sit in the back, really. Sorry to disappoint you fellas, but I think the Fiat 500 has this contest sorted.
And disaster.
You run out of juice?
No, broken down.
Is the G-Wiz fatally wounded? Find out in part 2.